Hey everyone, I'm Alex.
And I'm Courtney. And this is Nerds at Odds.
Your weekly podcast about all things in nerd culture and beyond.
I would like to remind everyone to rate and review our podcast wherever you listen.
And you can check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Nerds at Odds. And if you want to get the show 4 days early, ad-free, and with the ability to submit your questions, comments, and concerns, head on over to patreon.com/Nerds at Odds. Now, this is our Thanksgiving special episode, and I know in previous episodes we said we'd probably get the next-gen console episode out before this goes live, and for you on free feeds that might still be true, but I just want to point out that for you on Patreon that FedEx and Target have just been playing keep away with this thing. It's supposed to come sometime later today. We're recording Sunday, November 15th. It should come in later.
Yeah, the postal system has been fairly slow.
Yeah, it's been letting us down left and right with MeUndies, Amazon orders, PlayStation 5 has been letting us down all week long.
Though your Jedi robe came in.
Yeah, Courtney got me this Jedi bathrobe type thing for our anniversary. Shipped it all the way from the UK, and it came in like almost a month early.
It was a week early.
A week early?
It
It said it might come in early December at the latest.
Yeah.
But it came early November.
It came early.
It came much earlier than I expected it, and everything else is late.
It was like, it might get here November 18th, and that's the day before our anniversary, and it came in like the 12th or something.
Yeah. So, just hold out for that if you're listening on Patreon. But if you're on free feeds and you haven't checked it out already, you should probably go check out our next-gen console episode if you're interested in that type of stuff. So I think that's all the front matter for this one. Now let's get on into what you've been doing recently. What have you been up to?
I've been playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
So far, pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
You're about, 6-7 hours in, I think?
Yeah, but I'm the type of person that's like, I'm in this area. Cool, I'm going to do all the stuff, and then I'll do the story.
Courtney's still in Norway, which is like the intro area. We haven't got to England yet. Courtney hasn't even seen the splash screen yet that says Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I don't know when that comes. I'm assuming when you leave for England. But she's 7 hours in.
There's like a little book. I think they call it a book of knowledge.
Yeah, that gives you abilities.
It gives you abilities, and I was trying to grab one. It was like, you need to progress more in the story. I'm like, excuse me, I'm in the intro area here. Just let me get the book. It's right there, and it's like, turn back.
So, initial impressions. What do you think?
It's fun. The combat system is a little bit hard for me to get used to.
Well, the people who made Origins made this one, not the people who made Odyssey. So, there might be some differences there.
Well, I feel like in Odyssey, I would dodge out of the way and then, like, come behind somebody and then I could stab them in the back.
In Odyssey, you can't equip a shield. So, there's no, shield blocking or parrying system. In Origins, that's a main part of the combat. And in Valhalla, while you have the ability to not fight with a shield, it seems like Valhalla wants you to approach it more slowly with a shield, kind of some Souls light type of combat where you block, dodge, wait for the moment, strike, block, dodge, wait for the moment, strike.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah, so that's...
I'm like, let me just kill something and get it over with. I try to sneak, but when I can't sneak, just let me kill.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to adjust to this combat system in Valhalla some more. Any other first impressions on it?
I mean, it looks beautiful.
So we are playing on a base PS4.
Yeah.
This PS4, I got it in 2014, I think. It's like a 6-year-old console now. And
there are some, graphical things.
Yeah, and the PS4 sounds like it's about to enter the atmosphere. Yeah, but I think the game looks good. You're right, there's a lot of screen tearing and popping and things like that.
I thought at first, when I was climbing that waterfall to get up to that book, I thought that, graphically, the PS4 couldn't handle it, but that's just... The triangles just mean that you're, getting too far out of the memory.
The animus is, desynchronizing. But I think it looks good. It runs pretty well. I'm not sure if those issues that, the bugs in the game, I don't know if those are flushed out in the next gen or not. But if someone's not picking up a next gen console, do you think you can still recommend Valhalla and they're going to get a good experience from it?
Yeah, the only weird thing is, when I grabbed hold of a thing to move it, my character glitched through it for like a
walks
frame.
into it and then
walks
out.
into it for a frame and then walks out, and it's like, okay, time to pull.
But I mean, that could be the game. We haven't played it on PS5 yet. That still could be an issue.
It could be a problem. But yeah, so far enjoying it.
Yeah. That's good. And you've been reading more Song in the Silence, a book that we talk about almost weekly now.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of time to read, but I've been reading a little bit more of it. And now the woman and the dragon have declared their love for each other, and now I guess they're betrothed.
Oh, they're betrothed now.
They're betrothed, I think.
Okay. So next week, guys, we'll see how this love plays out. How about that?
Well, it's like so you've got the love aspect, and then you have the demons that are trying to do stuff.
Are there's demons now?
There's demons. There's been demons.
I haven't heard about these demons.
The dragons, which apparently you're not supposed to call them dragons, just so you know,
because
it's insulting.
Oh, that's their word.
It's insulting. They call the demons the Rakshasa or something, and the dragons are the kindred.
Yeah, that sounds.
And the humans are the Gendry.
I'm not into Gendry.
Gendry.
Is he still rowing?
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
He's got huge arms now.
I mean, when I left off, I'm pretty sure he was still rowing.
Yeah.
In the books. Yeah. Never stops.
And you've also been playing some more Fallout Shelter on your phone.
Yes.
Exciting times.
I think I like it more on the phone than on like a device.
Is that for? I'm assuming that's for two reasons: the touchscreen and the ability to watch ads to get stuff.
Yeah. So I have like 130 something Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, from watching like 30-second ads. And stuff
yeah, like 30-second ads or like just picking up on quests, stuff like that. It's not like I'm trying to get Nuka-Cola. I'm trying to get you can get vault boxes and pet carriers. Yeah. You can get vault boxes, pet carriers, caps, and Nuka-Cola bottles from watching an ad like every 5 hours or something. Okay.
I just want to give a shout out again. If you guys didn't hear, I got the platinum of that game a couple weeks ago. So
the only thing I don't like is that when you are playing it on your phone, it's I'll just be going around on a quest, you hit the different things, and I'll hit a place to go to, and it either will zoom in on the room, and the people won't go there. It'll just zoom in on a blank room or whatever room I picked, and sometimes when moving across in that area, it's like trying to scroll up to see a different room, or scroll down to go to a different room. It'll choose a room that I didn't mean to choose.
I kind of had that problem playing on console too. But yeah.
Well, when I played on my Switch, it was just I'll go over here, hit the X button, and we're good.
Well, the Switch is a little better because you have both the controllers to control and you can do the touchscreen. So
I never used the touchscreen.
You never used the touchscreen?
No. That's why I didn't play the Pokemon Cafe game on my Switch.
Oh, because you don't like using the touchscreen. You don't want to smudge it, scratch it.
I don't want to put my fingers all over my screen on my Switch. That's not what I want to do.
For me, I've been playing one thing this week, Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS4. I was going to save it to play on PS5, but FedEx and Target kept pushing back this delivery date until today. So I've had 3 days to play it now. No spoilers. Maybe we'll do a spoiler review once I platinum it on PS5, so Courtney knows what's going on.
I haven't seen any of the game. I was like, oh, wait for me, and I'll watch you play. And he's like, well, I'll just play it all, and then you can watch me play it again on the PlayStation 5. And I'm like, I don't understand your reasoning, but sure. I guess I'll watch you play it when you already know all the things and we can't enjoy it together.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. So the game is better than the original Spider-Man on PS4, which on the Patented Nerds at Odds review scale.
You keep saying patented. It's not
if
patented.
you say it enough, it's true. That's how you get a patent.
No.
Yeah.
That's not.
Anyways,
patent.
Spider-Man PS4, excellent. Spider-Man Miles Morales, also excellent. But I think Miles Morales is a better game.
Okay.
It's shorter. Probably took me about 10 hours to get all the trophies without playing the New Game Plus, which you have to play to get the Platinum. Well, Spider-Man probably took 25-30 to get the Platinum, but you didn't have to play New Game Plus. I really like it. I'm playing it on PS4, like I said. It runs great. There have been a couple hiccups where I think maybe some extra processing power would help it. But it runs really well, not enough for me to dock any points. If you're not going to get a PS5, you should still check out Spider-Man Miles Morales. And it seems like you have to play it to get the full story for the next main Spider-Man game. So, check it out. And now on to what we've been doing. What we've been doing mostly, I guess, is watching more Disney animated films.
Yeah, well, we watched a couple of them.
Yeah.
We're trying to work so we can get the episode out. We decided that we're going to do a real episode and not just one on Patreon.
For the ranking the Disney movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a 2-parter. You're probably going to get 2 weeks of episodes about ranking Disney animated films.
Because it's going to be more than just like, yeah, it's an excellent. Okay, the other one, bad.
Yeah,
boring.
I'm assuming these are going to be longer episodes too, even though we're splitting it into 2 parts.
Because I like to talk about the movies.
Yeah, because there's also like 40 films, and we're only doing the first movie if there's a series of them. We're only doing the first one.
Yeah, we're not doing sequels.
They have to be theatrically released. They can't be all musicals like Fantasia.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that.
And it has to be done by the Disney Animation
Studios.
Studios.
Yeah, it can't be Pixar. And we're not doing... There's a couple of them that were released by another studio that Disney published but didn't create.
Yeah.
So we're not doing those either. And we're not doing Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just like, this is too kiddie.
Yeah, this seems like very childish. So that's what we're doing. If you guys want to watch all of those, they're all on Disney Plus. It's like 40 of them. Just look up any list of Disney era movies, and then remove the sequels, musicals, and all that.
Yeah.
And you have your list. Hopefully that will be before the end of the year. We can get those out. I'm assuming.
We watched, what was it, Wreck-It Ralph and Home on the Range recently?
Yes.
Home on the Range. I forgot how bad it was.
Well, we can save it for the Disney animated episode, but I didn't think it was too bad.
I thought
we've watched many Disney films
so
by now.
boring.
Many of the films are worse than it. I bet Home on the Range is in the middle. If I list
you actually laughed at some parts, and I was just like,
I think it was a dumb movie, but it wasn't boring like some of the older ones. So
okay.
We also played Unsolved Case Files, a third one.
Yes, the Max Cahill Unsolved Case File, where it's a history dean of the history department in a college got murdered, and you're trying to figure out who it is.
It's kind of a locked room situation. Like, he got murdered in his office, but there was only... All the doors were locked. They were covered by cameras. No one saw how the killer got in. He was supposed to be alone in the building. You have to kind of figure out how they got in, who did it, why.
And once again, I found most of it.
I found the clue that would have convicted the killer. This guy would have walked free, but everyone knew he would did it if it was up to Courtney. I found the evidence that convicted him.
That's true. I did not spot it.
That's correct. But I really enjoy these Unsolved Case Files. I would still like to get some Hunter Killers in.
Yes.
To compare those to the Unsolved Case Files.
We might do that soon.
Yeah, we can get a whole season with the Moscow Mule mugs like we were talking about last episode.
If they haven't changed seasons yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they actually give you some small things for each box that you can actually have.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're like, oh, this is evidence from the scene and all that.
And then I wear a bloody handkerchief or something. I don't know. We also watched some live streams this weekend.
Oh, yes. We should shut those out. So why we are doing this on Sunday, recording it on Sunday when we usually record Friday afternoons. Yeah. So it's Friday from 3 to 3 our time. We watched the Unis Honest Goodbye live stream, all 12 hours of it.
It was good.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was mostly them sitting in chairs giving commentary on their old videos, but it was the quickest 12 hours I've watched.
And looking at fan art, which I posted a little bit of my own on the Instagram
and the Twitter. The Gongoozler.
The Gongoozler.
Yeah. Which apparently is a real thing. You guys should Google what an actual Gongoozler.
A Gongoozler is amazing.
Yeah.
The actual thing.
Yeah, the
I don't know if Ethan just made up the word in his head, or he heard it before and just misappropriated it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very weird that because they kind of related, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, So you guys should Google what an actual Gongoozler is, and
And if you haven't watched Unisonis, I'm sorry, it is all gone. They deleted the entire channel. There might be some like archive stuff that
I'm
people
assuming...
have done, but I don't think you should watch it. It ruins the point.
Well, Mark and Ethan said they would take down any videos that are reposts of their own.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming they'd probably let supercuts stand. Like if a fan had downloaded all the videos and supercutted certain things, like best Ethan moments or something.
Maybe.
I bet they might let that stand. So.
I feel like clips are okay, but not like the whole video. Anyway, it was an experience.
Yeah.
I watched all the videos. I got in kind of late. I started during quarantine.
Yeah. Well, I think you got in probably with 100 and something days left.
Probably.
Plenty of time to watch them.
Like half the year.
Yeah.
I watched almost all of them. I skipped one on accident, and I can't watch it now.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
So that was an experience. It was very cool.
And then the next day, after staying up till
4
a.m.
Yeah, the stream ended at 3. We stayed up till 4 or 5 a.m. before we probably went to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we had to get up at 10.
We woke up earlier, though, because of Kita.
Yeah, because of Kita. But we had to get up early so we could get stuff and prepare for Rooster Teeth's Extra Life yesterday.
Yes.
Which went from 11 to 11 our time, though they lasted like an extra hour because they were running late.
Yeah, and it was really good.
It was really good.
They're putting the whole archive of it up on their...
Rooster Teeth site.
Yeah, on their site. Mm-hmm. Really entertaining. They were being very careful with the pandemic and everything.
Well, they had like EMT people there who were like enforcing rules and cleaning everything constantly. Yeah. So, and they all got tested. But it was really fun. It was like a scaled back version, of course, due to COVID, but it was
usually
nice
it's a 24, 25 hour live stream.
But it was nice to kind of see something that reminds us of a normal year.
Yeah.
They raised $1.1 million as of the end of their stream.
And Gavin and Michael, they are troopers. So is Chad. Yeah. Chad's a trooper.
That was exciting. That's why we're recording late. Both those things were great. You can see the Rooster Teeth one on RTTV. I think they said they're going to post it Thursday, which is the 19th. So check that out if you want. Unisonis, gone forever. And
I really hope that one day they're going to be like... I'm sure they saved all the footage.
Probably.
You know, they have like a thing where they can have all the footage, hopefully. Mm-hmm. And they'll just be like... One day they'll be like, you guys remember Unisonis? Here you go. Here's all the videos back. And we'll be like, what?
Yeah. And give all the proceeds to charity that the channel makes or something.
Maybe.
I can see them doing that.
That would be great.
Maybe. But that was an experience.
And we'll be getting our shirts from Unisonis probably in January.
Yeah.
Possibly December, probably January. And then the shirts from the Extra Life stream.
Yeah, shipped today. So if the post office is going to let us down again, we'll see. Now, into the topic of our show, which is Thanksgiving. This is our Thanksgiving special 2020.
I love Thanksgiving.
Yes, and I don't know what part you want to talk about first.
Well,
do you want to talk about...
I would like to remind everyone that even though it's Thanksgiving and we want to be with our families as much as possible, maybe rethink visiting your family for Thanksgiving just to avoid the spreading of the coronavirus.
Yeah, remember, it's worse now than it's ever been in the United States. I think we crossed 200,000 cases a day recently, so that's great.
It's not safe right now.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad because I can't go see my family for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But we're going to do a Thanksgiving here. We might post pictures of how the food turns out on Instagram. So check out that.
And you got me some Thanksgiving themed flowers.
Yeah, once we get done recording this, we'll probably go ahead and post that on Instagram.
Yes.
Which, if you haven't checked out on Instagram, be sure to go check it out at Nodes at Odds. So, do you want to start with what we eat, where we eat, what we watch?
Okay, so let's go what we eat for Thanksgiving. Usually.
Uh-huh.
Like what our families make.
Yeah. And
then we'll go to where we eat.
I think we should do it the other way around.
Why?
Because where you eat determines what you eat.
I suppose.
Yeah. So, for Thanksgiving,
Uh-huh.
coming from a broken household, I eat at my dad's for dinner around 4 to 5. But I go to my grandma, my maternal grandma, for lunch around 11 or 12. So, at my maternal grandma, it's the normal turkey. My uncle deep fries it.
Deep fried turkey's good.
It's dangerous every year.
Super dangerous. Never, don't do it. It's delicious. Don't do it.
Yeah. And then we have all the fixings, creamed corn, collards. We have stuffing, dressing. I love my grandma's dressing. It's probably my favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And then the assortment of pies: pecan, chocolate, coconut, pumpkin. We have sweet potato casserole, mashed potatoes.
And how many people are usually at your grandma's?
6?
6 people?
Yeah.
All that food for 6 people?
Yeah. Well, you should wait until you see what my dad makes.
That's fair.
So that's what we usually eat at my grandma's. And then for my dad, which me and my dad usually wake up about 3 or 4 a.m. on Thanksgiving to start cooking, so it can be done on time. And that's my favorite part about Thanksgiving, is just cooking from like 3 or 4 in the morning for about 7-8 hours, and then getting ready. I go eat at my grandma's with my brother, and then we come back, finish some things up, and then we eat at my dad's. And when we eat at my dad's, it's usually just me, my dad, my brother, and like my dad's parents, so like 5 people maybe.
Yeah.
And then my stepmom and her kids come back later in the day because they're doing their own things, eating at their respective grandparents.
And then they eat the leftovers.
Yeah, and then we eat leftovers later in the day. So we eat like 3 or 4 Thanksgiving meals that day. And it's pretty good. And my dad, the reason we stay up so late, or get up so early, is because I talked my dad into making a turducken one year. And we dropped the duck after that first year.
Which, if you don't know what a turducken is, it's a turkey with a duck and a chicken stuffed inside of it.
It's a chicken stuffed in a duck stuffed in a turkey. And we got rid of the duck because it was very fatty. Duck's very fatty.
Yep.
And I think you're supposed to spend time searing the duck to get down that fat before you put it in the turkey. But that's like extra effort, and we're already deboning a turkey and a chicken. So what my dad does is he buys a whole turkey and a whole chicken. Starts with the chicken, debones the whole chicken, so it's just a chicken slab with the bones removed. It still looks like a chicken though.
I just don't know how I would do that.
I don't know how. My dad can debone a chicken and a turkey, debones them in under an hour. All the bones out, but it's still the shape of a chicken. And then he lays the chicken out, right?
Yeah.
And then he puts stuffing in there, sews the chicken back up with the bones out of it, so it looks like a chicken breast, like a full chicken again. And then debones the turkey, puts stuffing in the turkey, puts the chicken in there, sews the turkey back up around the chicken so it looks like the normal turkey. Then we roast that bad boy. We roast that bad boy for like 10 hours. Slow roasting this thing. It is so good when you cut into it and you see the layer. Turkey, stuffing, chicken, stuffing, turkey in like a slice. Amazing. And then we have all the fixins. We eat at my grandma's house as well. You got your stuffing, your cornbread, your potatoes, your collards, your sweet potato casseroles, your assorted pies.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do the turducken or the turkey chip. That just sounds like a super good way to get salmonella real quick.
For this year, I'm just going to work on the turkey. Maybe one day when my dad worked in a butcher shop for a while, so he's pretty good. So I don't have that technique he has.
Is it a butchery?
No, it was the meat cutting portion of a food line.
Ah.
But spent a lot of time doing that, so he has those skills. I don't have those skills, but maybe once I'm his age, I can carve up something nice.
Sure.
Sure.
So I have Thanksgiving in 2 places. So the second place has changed a little bit. The first place, obviously, is at my mom's. And it's usually me, my mom, my sister. Sometimes we'll have a guest over, one of my mom's friends or something. And usually, my mom will take a turkey, full turkey, season the outside real good, put seasonings on the inside, fill it up with wine. Fill the inside with wine. Now, I know that sounds weird. All the alcohol gets burned away, so it's fine. when you cook it. But that marinates in there inside the turkey, and it makes the white meat juicy and not dry. It's never dry, and it's delicious. Recently, Mom has been doing the just turkey breasts, and those work really well too, because it just doesn't really make a ton of sense to do a whole turkey.
I think we're going to buy a whole turkey.
We can do a whole turkey.
I just want to practice on it, I think.
Keita will get a little bit of turkey. But she doesn't put stuffing inside. If she makes stuffing, it's like off to the side in a different pan. Because if you put stuffing inside of the turkey, it dries out the meat.
Which, I mean, I think is the goal.
I don't want dry meat. I don't like dark meat. I just like white meat. But I want my white meat juicy.
Okay, what else you eat with that?
So, my mom usually makes some mashed potatoes. She had to make separate mashed potatoes for me because I didn't like skins in my mashed potatoes. So she would sit there peeling potatoes, and my sister would be like, "Just cut them up. Doesn't matter."
You can't make a solid mash with a lot of skin though.
No, it's still
kind of
good.
ruins the purpose.
No, it's still good. You're the one who leaves giant chunks in your mashed potatoes. I've never had mashed potatoes like that.
Chunky mashed potatoes are fine.
No. But there's the mashed potatoes. Usually we just get cranberry sauce from a can.
I've never eaten cranberry sauce in my life.
It's good.
I mean, we can try it.
Can Ocean Spray cranberry juice.
We did buy cranberries to make this like cranberry punch drink Courtney found.
It was just for garnish.
Yeah. The cranberries were just in there for garnish. It had cranberry juice in it. Yeah. But I tried eating a cranberry. It was like one of the worst things I've eaten in my life. Just a normal whole cranberry on its own.
I think we should make that again for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So we'll keep that up. But so cranberry sauce.
So we got the cranberry sauce. We got green beans, obviously. Can't go wrong with green beans. We got Mom usually makes a whole can of corn just for me because nobody else eats the corn, but I love it. There's the gravy, which is just basically like, it's not really gravy. It's just the juice from the inside of the turkey that we pour on our mashed potatoes. So like all that marinated wine and the turkey juices, delicious.
I hate all types of gravy. So.
Well, it's not like actual, it's like very watery. It's just kind of broth.
Sounds worse.
It's essentially broth.
I hate broth too.
Mom will sometimes make stuffing. The like insides, like the gizzards and the heart and stuff, Mom will cook that up and then give it to the cats. The outside cats.
When you make dressing,
yeah,
you boil the innards, cut them up, and put them in the dressing. So that's why I'm just all innards.
Well, we cook them up and we give them to the outside cats.
Well, we tried giving innards to Keita one time and she refused them.
But she turned her nose up at it. But that's fine. But we could like, I don't know, we probably just throw away the insides when we get the turkey. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't really eat the stuffing. It's not my thing. I don't like stuffing very much. So if you make stuffing, it's all you.
Good.
I think that's about it for my mom's. We got the pumpkin pie, obviously. Yeah. Fantastic. And then we eat on the couch. Usually watching the football game. What we'll do is that we'll turn it off. You'll turn off the game or the Macy's Day Parade, whatever we're watching at that time. Usually me and my sister will wait to eat until like lunchtime when it's Thanksgiving. And so we'll turn that off. We'll say what we're thankful for. We'll each go around and say what we're thankful for. Usually it's a big long list. And then we'll say grace. And then we'll turn on the game and we'll eat.
Real quick, I forgot to talk about that part if we're including what we watch while we eat.
Yeah.
At my grandma's house, there's no TV in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we eat at the table there. At my dad's house, it's too small to have a kitchen table. So we just sit in the living room / den. It's like the only room in the house you can sit in. And the football game's probably on in the background. But I don't know if I've ever watched a Thanksgiving football game to like watch the game. So
my sister, she doesn't care about football. Me and my mom, we kind of care. I didn't used to care, but now I care, and Brittany hates me for it.
Yeah. Well, the Steelers are 8-0 right now. They might play this week, so we'll see.
I know some people who are happy about that.
Yeah, they're my dad's favorite team, so
sometimes our guests will enjoy it. Me and my sister, we always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I've never seen it.
So it's good. It's fun. sometimes they have singers on there that I don't think do a very good job because they're singing live and it doesn't sound good. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Usually they'll have a Pikachu wearing a Christmas hat holding a snow Pikachu.
And they have
giant balloon.
Goku's there.
Goku was there.
Super
I
Saiyan,
sent you pictures of Goku.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, the one with the blue hair.
Yes.
He's there.
It was really funny with the announcer trying to say what like the show was and saying Goku and like Super Saiyan. It was like Super Saiyan. And it's like, nope.
Yeah, so that's crazy. All that's permeated our pop culture here in America so much that it's Macy's Thanksgiving parade worthy. Yeah. So that's cool.
I think it's because like, the little boys they like the Dragon Ball and the Pokemans, and I don't know what they really have for the girls.
Is Hello Kitty not there?
I think Hello Kitty is sometimes there. I don't think Hello Kitty is as big as it used to be.
No, I don't think so either. So what was the second place you eat at?
So the second place at my papaw's, which is what I call my grandfather. We used to have it at his place, and he has 11 children, including my mom, who is the youngest. And all of his kids got married and had kids. And some of them are having kids.
Yeah, so we're talking like 60 people or so.
70 people.
70 people.
Because sometimes people bring their boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, that sort of thing. Usually I'm pretty sure each of my aunts and uncles had 2 kids.
Yeah.
So, and then, it's an interesting time. But there'll be at least, usually like 3 turkeys, 2 hams, a thing of venison, which is deer, if you don't know. You got cranberry sauce, you've got multiple kinds of green beans, multiple rolls. I forgot about the biscuits from Mom's. Mom makes biscuits. Those are great. And you got the rolls, the biscuits, you got deviled eggs, which are usually good. You got tons of desserts, tons of drinks. There's everything. There's everything. It's kind of like a giant potluck. So they'll coordinate and be like, "Oh, what are you gonna bring? Oh, what are you gonna bring?"
Yeah.
My mom, she had just finished cooking, so she doesn't really want to cook things most of the time. So she's like, "I'll bring the drinks." But it's great. And like there's 70 people. And we set up like all these giant like my papa has this big work table because he does a lot of like carpentry. So we clear that all off, put the food on there, have a separate table for the desserts and the drinks, and then we have like these big fold out tables. We set those all up and everybody just eats and talks and we catch up, and it's always fun going around hugging all my cousins and messing up their hair, and it's a great time. But recently it got so big and crazy, and we've been having their babies being born and everything. They've had to move it to the Veterans Center. So that's where it's held now. Haven't been since it's been at the Veterans Center because reasons I don't know for sure. But hopefully, once this is all over,
is that Thanksgiving held on the same day usually?
It's usually held on the Saturday afterwards. So like we'll have Thursday Thanksgiving, have a day of rest.
So I have an idea for what we could start doing for Thanksgiving to kind of combine our families. Well, and by combine, I just mean I go to yours. So I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, since your sister and her husband, your brother-in-law, have their own place now, we should just talk them into cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and we'll go eat there.
Yeah.
Your mom can come down. Since they have the baby, they probably don't want to bring it around too many times. So.
Well, I assume that like they just don't want to have like a fussing child in the car.
Yeah, and we might be able to go down and like hang out the night before and help them cook Thanksgiving or something. Because they're gonna have to
fun.
Take care of their kid as well.
My sister is kind of controlling though about some things. I don't know if she's super controlling about the kitchen.
Well, either we help them cook or they cook while we take care of our nephew. Either way.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
and then Mom
then
can show up.
we don't have to
great.
clean up as much for cooking Thanksgiving.
I think Brittany would force me to do dishes.
That sounds fine. Me and her husband, we can go drink a beer or something and kick back, watch the football game.
I do dishes.
Yeah.
Brittany relaxes, reads a book, and then you and Tyler watch the football game.
Yeah.
And then poor little Roman's just like, what do I do?
He watches the football game with us, of course, obviously.
But yeah, so I think that would be fine.
Yeah. So that's what we eat. That's our traditions usually. What we watch. Now, I just want to ask this question because Thanksgiving is a big deal in the United States.
Yes.
I know Canada has their own Thanksgiving, I think in October.
Yes.
So it seems like a holiday that different countries have a version of as well. But there's no songs or movies really that you watch or listen to around Thanksgiving.
Well, you technically could watch the second Addams Family movie.
Because they have the play in summer camp.
Yeah.
I suppose, but
even it's in summer.
Yeah.
But they have a Thanksgiving play.
Yeah.
Very strange. On Thanksgiving Day, you could probably watch Miracle on 34th Street because it starts with like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
But watching stuff on the day the holiday occurs is not really what you do. You usually watch stuff in preparation for it, like we did with Halloween, like we're gonna do with Christmas. Real quick, the list of the movies we're going to watch for Christmas is over on patreon.com/nerdsatodds. It's for free if you want to look at that list so you can be caught up for a Christmas episode we're going to put out in about a month. But there's not really anything you watch in preparation for Thanksgiving, you know?
Yeah.
So that leads me to ask, what would be a Thanksgiving movie? If you had to pick one. You got a pitch off the top of your head?
No.
No?
Let me think.
I think I'm going to vamp for a bit while you do that. I think maybe a theme of a Thanksgiving movie could be there's a main character, they're estranged from their family for some reason, and the Thanksgiving movie could be them rekindling that relationship with their family, and the end result could be them having a large Thanksgiving like they used to have back in the day before that relationship got strained for some reason. How about that? What do you think about that for a Thanksgiving plot?
That could work.
Yeah, see?
I suppose.
That sounds a lot like a Christmas movie, though. Yeah.
I looked up Thanksgiving movies.
What do we got?
None of these I would really consider like super Thanksgiving-y.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some that are like Friendsgiving or a family Thanksgiving. But then you've got A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood for some strange reason.
I think maybe that's because
there's You've Got Mail, which I think has a Thanksgiving scene, but like just because a movie has a Thanksgiving scene does not mean anything.
I think A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood works as a Thanksgiving film on the idea that Mr. Rogers is telling you to be kind to others, you know, and kind of be thankful for what you have and all that.
Yeah.
I guess that's the idea behind that one.
But, Annie's on here. Annie's not a Thanksgiving movie, at all. You got Freebirds, which is about, turkeys breaking out.
Maybe. I guess you could watch...
It's an animated movie.
Watch Chicken Run, maybe?
No, this is called... It's basically Chicken Run, but it's called Freebirds.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you could watch Chicken Run, which is a good movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I did think of another Christmas movie that we have to put on the list. What is it? It's got Nicolas Cage in it. It's called The Family Man.
Is it National Treasure?
No, it's called The Family Man.
Is it going in 60 seconds?
No, it's called The Family Man.
The Family Man?
The Family Man.
Sounds horrible.
So it's this movie. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Forgive me. It's this movie. So it's Nick Cage. It starts off him and this girl he's in love with are at this airport and they're saying goodbye, and he leaves to go on some trip to go to Europe and be a lawyer or something. Okay. And then it fast forwards to I don't know, 10 years in the future, and he's this big successful lawyer, businessman guy, and that's great and all, but he's still kind of lonely, and he never went back to his woman, and he, I guess, meets an angel. Okay. Sort of. Okay. Not really an angel. He stops this guy from killing a dude, and then this guy turns out to maybe be an angel. It's weird.
The guy he stops or the guy he saves?
The guy he stops.
Okay.
It's interesting.
That checks out.
So it's kind of like weird ambiguity. Anyway, so he wakes up and it's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Or like close to Christmas.
Close to Christmas.
I think it's close to Christmas. Or it could be Christmas. And he wakes up and like there's this woman beside him. And he's like, who is this? And like these two kids burst into the room. I think it is Christmas. They're like, it's time to open presents. And he's like freaking out. Like, who are these kids? Who is this woman with me?
So without explaining the movie to everyone, the premise is the angel makes him into a family man.
It makes him into a family man, and then once he like sees how much his life could be better with family.
Okay, we'll add that to the list.
It's a great movie. So we might take something off and then replace one of those, but love it.
You got anything else about Thanksgiving? Well,
any Thanksgiving films?
Songs? I don't think so, which seems odd. And I'm curious as to why no one's really tried to push a Thanksgiving song.
I mean, I'm sure there's some like Pilgrim movie you could watch.
Yeah, I'm sure John Wayne stars in one.
Something, yeah. But, I think just, there's like I've seen a tradition that some people have for Thanksgiving where they get the family together and they put on like a Thanksgiving play, and they have like the kids put it on.
I think that seems like it's going to be very problematic very quickly.
It could be, yes.
Yeah.
But, you've got tons of fun things you can do with your kids for Thanksgiving.
Draw turkey hands.
Turkey. I was going to mention the turkey hands.
Yeah.
Turkey hands are fun. You could just I don't know, do like a paper turkey. Just like you create your own paper turkey, or you get like those you print out some color book pages of turkeys and be like, you can color your own turkey, and it's just it's fun.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll give some thought for what our next Thanksgiving special is going to be next year. We'll premiere the first ever Nerds and Odds film, or Thanksgiving film.
I don't think
we'll start writing and shooting it right now.
No.
So, be excited for that.
No.
Now, into Kita's Corner. What does Kita want us to know?
Kita would like everyone to know to spay and neuter your pets and to adopt from a shelter whenever possible, especially black cats. Mm-hmm. They're great, and, don't just adopt an animal and then not take care of it, or just be like, oh, this is cute, I'll get it, and then leave it at home alone all the time.
And since we're in the holiday season coming up very soon, maybe if you have room and you're capable, adopting a pet could mean a lot to that animal this holiday season.
Yes.
So, and don't forget to give the pets you currently have gifts. I don't know what we're getting Kita to get.
We already have one little gift for her.
Yeah, it's like a stocking stuffer. We need the item under the tree.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yes. If you're gonna, maybe if you already have some pets, or you're not really sure if you want to adopt and you want to see how it goes, you can maybe foster an animal for a while. You can foster animals. So one of my friends does it. She fosters some cats every once in a while. It's great for the animal. And Kita wants me to let you know that she will demand turkey.
Okay, so I'm not sure how we'll do that. Maybe I'll buy her some separate turkey to cook for her.
No, you can just give her little pieces of turkey.
That has the seasoning and all that on it?
You take the skin off. The skin does
That's
not...
That's the good part.
The skin has the seasoning on it.
She wants the flavor. She wants the flavor.
She doesn't need flavor.
Okay, fine.
She's a cat.
Okay, calm down. Next thing you're gonna tell me she doesn't need a present under the tree, neatly wrapped. Okay.
I mean, nothing with catnip in it neatly wrapped. Please.
So the interesting fact for today. Do you want to read this one? Do you want me to do it? How do you want to do it?
I'm going to get you to read it because I don't know how to say this middle name.
Okay. The interesting fact for today. Sarah Josepha Hale, the woman who wrote the song Mary Had a Little Lamb, is also responsible for Thanksgiving being a national holiday after she convinced Abraham Lincoln to declare it one in 1863.
Do you think she was just so persistent and annoying that Abraham Lincoln was like, fine?
Well, she was part of a group that had existed for 30 years that lobbied for Thanksgiving to be a national holiday, and she wrote Lincoln letters like every month or so.
So she was so persistent. He was like, fine.
I think she made the argument, and it's very convincing, and I think Lincoln was able to use this argument to kind of get some good publicity for himself as well, that in the middle of the Civil War, maybe a Thanksgiving Day to come together as a nation to remember what we're thankful for, and that we're all brothers and sisters in humanity, would be a good idea. So I think that's why he went for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's mostly just become like a... It's become like a day to just engorge yourself on food. But it's always good to remember what you're thankful for, and I think that's what we're going to do for, like, when we have a family. And, you know, before you start eating, just say what you're thankful for. I'm sure our kids are going to be like, I'm thankful for my PlayStation 7 or something. But, you know, I always try to pick things, you know, like, oh, I'm thankful that we can be here as a family, that sort of thing.
Thankful for this food.
Thankful for the food. Eat.
Remember, the reason for the season. And that, my friends, is food. I was trying to think of a season that you put on stuff, but I couldn't think of like a good one off the top of my head.
Good job.
I'm gonna leave that in. Anything else you want to get to before we head on out?
Who was the first president to pardon a turkey?
I don't know. I'll look that up. Maybe Abraham Lincoln, since he's the one who made Thanksgiving a national holiday. But vamp for a second.
Was it Thomas Jefferson or Benjamin Franklin who wanted to make the turkey the national
Benjamin
bird?
Franklin wanted to make the turkey the national bird.
Yeah. We almost had a turkey instead of an eagle as our, like, national bird. That would have been atrocious.
So, the first president to formally grant a turkey a pardon was George H.W. Bush.
Really?
Yeah, after pressure from animal rights groups.
Interesting.
It's kind of a thing to appease them some, I suppose.
I wonder what happens to that turkey.
I think it gets to live a full life.
But where?
I don't know. Somewhere that it can live a full life.
Are you sure that... What if they're like, yeah, this turkey is going to live a full life?
Okay, vamp for a little bit more. Look up what happens to pardoned turkeys.
I'm sorry. This is interesting. It just seems weird to pardon a turkey. Like, I understand animal rights groups, but you guys were so happy when, like, they took the animals out of cages for P.T. Barnum's, like the Barnum animal crackers or whatever.
They go to Frying Pan Farm Park in Fairfax County, Virginia. And also from 2005 to 2009, all pardoned turkeys were sent to Disneyland or Walt Disney World to serve as the honorary Grand Marshal of Disney's Thanksgiving Parade.
That's so dumb.
Yes, so those turkeys get sent to Disneyland or Disney World, and they get to go live in a farm in Fairfax County, Virginia.
That this animal rights group or whatever animal rights group it was just like, pardon that one turkey.
No, I think they were upset about something. He's like, okay, we'll pardon a turkey. Is that good enough? And they're like, no, but we've stood out here so long, we'll take it. We still get our weather advice from a groundhog, so I'm not sure. I mean, pardon a turkey seems on cue for that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. It's one turkey. Maybe it would be better if they were like, all right, we're going to pardon this turkey. It was going to be part of the Thanksgiving feast. We're not going to have turkey on our Thanksgiving feast. For the White House. But I'm pretty sure they're going to have turkey still. And
probably.
Ham and something else. Who knows?
Who knows? Anything else you want to say before we get on out of here?
Eat lots of food. Tell people that you're thankful for them in your life. Be giving, because it is Thanksgiving.
Be kind.
Be kind. Wear a mask. Just think of the people that work those menial jobs and you get upset at them because of something out of their control. Don't get upset at them. They're doing the best they can, and they don't want to be there as much as you don't want to be there.
And I'm going to go back to sticking my head against the window waiting for this PS5 to arrive. So
yes.
We'll see you guys next week. And if you're listening to this on Patreon, be sure to check out our additional episode this week about the next-gen consoles.
If it comes out this week.
If it comes this
week. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I'm going to watch YouTube and ignore your nervousness.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye!